So I collapsed in my workplace, and yeah, they said it was stress, and it was probably the scariest part of my life. And guys, this is what I'm going to explain to you guys: is that honestly, stress is a killer. When as you get older, it's hard to take so much stress, guys. It's difficult. Look, my name's AJ. I live in London, and I'm an ex-teacher. I taught for many years in high schools in London, and a few years ago, I collapsed. Basically, I was teaching a class, and I'd collapsed. Um, Thankfully, not in the classroom. I was very aware, that I was feeling not great, so I went into a room close by, and I kind of collapsed there. Luckily, my teaching assistant was with me, so it saved me from knocking my head. And yeah, I was wheeled out in a wheelchair from work. Ambulance took me away, and it was absolutely crazy. One of the scariest thing I've come across. And essentially, it was all stress related. Too much work, too many targets, politics, bureaucracy, just workloads. Really, in general, it was absolutely a difficult time. Now, the thing is, after that, I even went back to work, and I worked in teaching for years after that. But about 2 years ago, same thing sort of happened. I started to feel nauseous. I was collapsing. I was getting headaches. I was getting palpitations, and I was very, very ill. And things were getting really bad for me. So, and I knew a lot of it was stress related, because they did lots of tests, but they couldn't really find anything. And they said it was most likely, again, stress related. So guys, the 9 to 5, the job, workplace, especially as you get older, is just not suitable and will not work, because it gets harder. It gets so much harder. And like I said, with everything else, the politics, how difficult life is anyway, just keeping up. But what can you do? I had a family, bills, mortgage, kids, and it was very, very hard, guys, very, very hard. And like I said, like when I saw myself getting ill again 2 years ago, I was just constantly not well. So in a way, I had to leave the job, right? I love my job, and I think I did a lot of good and helped loads of students over the years, lots of students, and I'm proud of that. But sometimes you have to look after yourself, because nobody else will. Nobody's here to save you, as they keep saying on those motivational videos. No one's there to save you. So you got to save yourself. You got to look after yourself. You got to help yourself. And so after being ill again for the second time, I decided that I had to leave, because it wasn't going to work, right? So I had to leave. But there is light, guys, at the end of the tunnel. You're not stuck. I mean, I thought I was just trapped. There was no way out. But there is a way out, and you can find something. You can find life after, or reinvent yourself as you get older. It's possible, guys. And I'm a prime example of that, because I have found a way to reinvent myself in, something that I enjoy and I love. And it can work, guys. It can work. It's possible. So don't think that you can't do something. Don't think that things are not possible, guys. Things are always possible, but you got to believe. And, they keep saying it again, motivation, believe, have hope. And, life begins at 50. And guys, it does. Like I said, right now, I'm 53, left about when I was 51. And I couldn't be happier, because I'm doing something that I love, that I enjoy, and something that, many people my age and younger can do. It's possible. And hopefully on my channel, I'll go through exactly how you could do the same, because anybody can do it, but you just have to work on it. And honestly, guys, if you're feeling low, you're feeling down, you feel like there is no hope, there is. And hopefully my channel will go through that journey, and I'll share it with you. I'll document it and show you exactly where I'm at, what I'm doing, and how you could do the same, because life's too short. As you get older, life's too short to be like stressed and worrying, because stress is the biggest killer, one of the biggest killers. And to be miserable as well, it's just not worth it. Like, just to be miserable in your life. And actually what sort of changed me as well was looking back, or on my deathbed. I know it sounds quite morbid, but on my deathbed, to say I wish I'd done something about it or tried something else. And so that is the thing that really sort of switched and turned something in me. So guys, stick around. I hope I'm going to share with you lots of ideas and skills, and something that I'm actually doing myself. So you'll actually see a live case scenario of what you can do if you want to leave the grind, the 9 to 5, do something of your own, be your own kind of, in charge of your own life in a sense. Like I said, I don't think it was possible, but truly it can be possible. So like I said, my next video, I'll start sharing some ideas with you guys. But essentially, I just want you to come away with this, is that life is difficult anyway, and being like miserable in what you do and being stressed in what you do, especially as you get older, and things, it gets more tiring. You get more tired. You just less energy. I mean, right now I'm out in the park because it's quite nice to be out in the greenery. I'm in London. It's an urban jungle, and yeah, it's just concrete jungle, really. Nice city, but just can be very, very urban, if you like. And it's always important to look after your health, your mental health, as well as your physical health, right? I mean, I just came back from the gym as well, so I like to get a good balance in my life right now. Try and eat well, try and go to the gym, try and do all the right things. And I think it's important, especially as you get older, where things are more difficult and fatigue kicks in and various other things. But essentially, I just want you to know this, is that you can reinvent yourself. You can start again, and you can do new things, and you can treat an older dog new tricks. So we'll learn a few tricks along the way, guys. So stick around, like I said, and hopefully you'll enjoy. But if you took anything away from this video, just drop it in the comment. Tell me a bit about maybe some experience that you had, because I'm sure we've all gone through experiences. But I wish you all the best. And like I said, please stick around for my next video. Hopefully you'll benefit from it. Take care.